But one thing I can promise you is I don't know how you guys have been able to keep these kids together, but the house that you're living in now is not working. By the end of this week, we're going to give you a house that is working. Okay?
Started with a phone call from Conrad Ricketts, who is the show's senior producer, and he left a message on Mike's birthday at the office that said, "Hey, I'm with a TV show you might have heard of, Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and we're going to be in your area, and we wanted to talk to you about possibly being involved, so give us a call back." So before I called him back, I played the message for Mike because I didn't want to make a unilateral decision, and I played the message for him. I said to Mike, "Well, is this kind of what you had in mind when you thought about a company project?"
Absolutely.
That's exactly what he said.
So, you guys ready to go to Disney World?
We have a great group of people surrounded by an awesome group of people in our trades and fellow builders. There are 4 or 5 builders that are members with us in the HBA that have served with us on Habitat houses that have put their business on hold here. And I don't have to tell you that things are slow as they are, and to take time out in the middle of that really speaks highly of these people, and we are just blessed to have them on board. Their particular talents complement those that we have in place, and it's going to be a wonderful build.
I bet everybody's just chomping at the bit to get started.
We are. Enough of the prep, let's go.
Don't have to live memories. Time can turn our dreams to reality. Oh, the possibilities. Oh, we don't have to live memories. Time can turn our dreams to reality. Oh, the possibilities. The possibilities.
We're extremely excited about it. I've built it about 100 times in my head, and as a kid growing up building tree forts, go-karts, whatever, this is going to be a blast for us.
So I just wanted to tell a little story about Extreme Makeover coming into town and meeting Toledo. And it was a couple months ago when we first looked at the families, and we were worried about coming back to Ohio, that it was too much because it was a hard-hit economy and we weren't sure if we could make it happen, but we fell in love. Specifically, let's talk about the Frisch family and what heroes they are. And reading about them is nothing compared to meeting them. And when Ty Pennington and the design team knocked on the door and the family came running out, there was not a dry eye among even the crew. I mean, Mom is so lovely, and just talking about how much she loves her children, it came out with her saying, thank you, and boys, you're not gonna have to worry anymore. And you could just see her love for her family. And Dad has been such an example for them. I personally have been on the show for over 5 years now, and to see such love is a miracle every single time. I think this family is very special. And I think one of the reasons they're very special is because they're Toledo. And this community has stepped up in a way that is so hard to put into words. It's about love, It's about service. It's about doing the right thing. You know, I get to travel the country and meet great people here in Toledo, best people in the country.
Today's the Bravehearts, and we want to be part of that when we go down that street and they take that wrecking ball and knock it down.
I'm going to ask you, the city of Toledo, are you going to step up and help this family? I'm going to ask 1,000 volunteers that have come out in these blue shirts, are you ready to help this family? My faithful subcontractors and suppliers, are you ready to give your products, give your time, and give your talent to build Aaron and Jackie a house they can call home? You firemen, are you ready to tear this place down? It's time. Let's get it.
This is a great honor for, obviously, Aaron Frisch, but it's a great honor for the firefighters. As I met with the production crew on Saturday at the house and told them that, first of all, how grateful we are to them, but you know, you do something like this to Aaron, you do something like this to all of us. And we all feel a great gratitude towards the people involved, from Buckeye Group to the Home Makeover Group.
Well, Brian Arbaugh with Buckeye gave us a holler on it, told us they had a project they needed a crew on at 4 o'clock that afternoon. It was about a 3 o'clock call. And Buckeye is a great firm to work with, and we jumped right on it. We were actually out here working for 3 or 4 hours before we knew exactly what the project was.
One of the things that we've always done, one of the things that's always been a part of Directions Credit Union from the time we were tiny St. Clement Credit Union when we were formed in 1953, is that it's been our mission to help our members figure out how to get where they want to be in life. A lot of times that involves, you know, buying a first automobile, for example. This neighborhood here is real close to our first location, and I bet you could walk around and about, you know, within 3 or 4 houses, you find someone who had their first car loan with our credit union.
Well, when we got the call from Tim Schlochter at Buckeye, we said, yeah, we'll do this. But we knew the accelerated schedule on this thing, and we knew we had to do something different with the concrete mix. So we started to develop a pretty high performance mix, and this is what we're delivering tonight. It has a lot more cement than we normally would put in a footer mix, and some very different and new chemical admixtures to enhance the set time and strength gain. So it's going to go in a hurry.
So much so we felt that we had to have an escort across town.
We did. The police escort got us through some red lights and got the truck here on time. So, you know, we're making the best of it. It's working out well.
The biggest challenge is the time, the schedule, everything. I mean, compiling all this equipment into one location and having to work around each other, and you know,
tight quarters, tight time frame, and a lot going on at every given moment. Just got to maximize every minute.
No wasted time nowhere. Anywhere you can shave and make up, that's what you got to do.
They are definitely a well-deserving family. Absolutely. They are wonderful.
The most giving people you'll ever find in this lifetime.
Well, I didn't expect all of this. It can be overwhelming at times. There's a lot. I mean, I never figured that Edgedale Circle would have semis and buses and horses on the street, but it's pretty exciting. And the great thing about it is that I've lived here for 7 years, and there's neighbors that I've never met, and suddenly I've met them. They're all talking. Everyone's coming together as a neighborhood. I think it's wonderful.
It's unbelievable. It is so beautiful, so gorgeous. And you know, these people, these volunteers, I can't even put into words how much it means. They are something else. To see these people, they just remind you of a bunch of ants. They're just working all over the place, doing their own thing. They don't bump into each other. And this house is awesome.
Hey guys, are you the framers?
We're electricians.
Electricians?
Yeah.
Yes. Have you gotten to work yet?
No.
We're waiting for our turn.
About another half hour or so, we're going to get in there and get some work done.
Making up time, the schedule ebbs and flows. You lose a little bit, you gain a little bit. Right now we're back on the gaining side of the whole job right now, and it's actually going pretty well.
Last night we got a call and they needed quite a bit of sand here. And it was a late call, but we got it in here.
HVAC, heating and air.
HVAC.
So you're just coming on. Will you be working through the night?
Yeah, we'll be working through the night. We just got word that they just poured the floor, so as soon as that gets cured, then we can get in there and start putting in the furnace and the ductwork and all the rest. We got a good crew of men here. We'll make it happen.
They're actually not the same as upstairs.
I'm Sarah Best. I'm Tim's sister, and what I think is pretty amazing is that Tim got tapped on the shoulder to do this, and it's just a testament to the good relationships he has with everybody in the community. You have to have that kind of collaboration to pull something like this off. So I'm watching all these people buzz around, and I'm just in awe because it's all about love. It's all about relationships. It's all about working together, being kind to one another. It all starts that way. It's that simple.
Well, we just finished grilling steak burgers and having pulled pork for 300 people from our restaurant, Mancy Steakhouse, and Shorty's Barbecue.
I think it's just great to actually see American spirit come through like this, you know, what we're doing here. This just exemplifies what we actually stand for in the U.S., I think.
This is awesome, man. You guys, this is just completely awesome. It was just such an honor to be part of the project. We are just, as Buckeye Cablevision, as Buckeye Telesystem, we are just absolutely pleased to be a part of it.
I think it's going pretty well. I think we're making up some time right now. We've got a little behind starting out, and you know, the framers are pulling us a little further ahead, and you know, hopefully we'll have the thing under roof and ready for shingles in the morning. Every one of these guys is amazing. You know, to keep going the way they're going and to go on, 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep a night, and they're all amazing. In this business, you're only as good as the people that work for you, and all these guys are fantastic.
Oh my God, it's just there's so much energy, and to bring the community together like this is incredible. This is awesome. I mean, you just don't run out of gas. It's unbelievable.
I'm excited to do this. I almost had to leave. My time was almost up, and then they said, "Do you want to load plywood?" And I said, "Yes."
This beats any circus anytime. I tell you that right now. Ringling Brothers has nothing on this right now. Nothing.
This is a faster version of a normal procedure, which takes about this size of the house to design 4 to 6 weeks at least. Design was about 3 days, and to build a house, which takes months, come down to 106 hours. So we had to speed it up a little bit.
What made you decide to want to come out and do this?
I watch it on TV, and I always told myself, if it ever comes to Toledo, I'll help. I'm a member of the local union, and I think it's a good represent for the local.
Is it everything you thought it would be?
Probably more.
Can you wrap your mind around how fast this is going, how big it is?
No, I just got a call about 6 o'clock, and we got here about 7:30, and I'm kind of mind-boggling, actually. Yeah, just that quick. They needed some help, and they were running behind a little bit, so we just packed up and came down. I grabbed some of my guys, and we got here about an hour.
We're about 3/5 of the way done. We're just finishing up all the interior inspections so we can start our installation. And as soon as the installation gets done, we'll start hanging board. So in the meantime, we'll finish the outside. The roof's going on, windows are going in, getting ready to start the siding.
Any surprises?
Good or bad surprises?
Good.
Good surprises? Another sunny day. It's a good surprise. All the bad surprises, these people have swelled up and handled. And they figure it out. These are awesome, awesome contractors. 30 hours at a time, a dedication. So I am overwhelmed and impressed.
Yeah, and it actually out here getting union and non-union together for a good cause. So yeah, this excitement to get your morale up. I knew I had to be here at 3 o'clock this morning, and could hardly sleep last night. So it's exciting.
I got an email from someone who got an email from someone about there's a company in Toledo, a local company that makes fire rescue equipment, and they made a donation, a $25,000 donation to Aaron's Fire Station. And when they walked through the station, they saw there were a lot of other things that were in need of repair or replacement, so they're working on getting a contractor to do that. The way they worded it in the email was Aaron's home away from home, the fire station, and how many firefighters then would be affected by this. And just the snowball. It's, you listen, you walk into a restaurant or a store and you hear people talking about it, and I think it's really nice to hear positive things in the media and have that kind of filter through our schools and our churches and our community rather than the negative, scary, fear type things.
Crystal, Cassidy, and we're missing Kaylee.
I love covering this story. I think the media sometimes is accused of covering only bad news. So it's so gratifying to be a part of something that is such a good news story. it's so remarkable and wonderful to see the generosity of Toledoans, which we all know exists, but sometimes I don't think it gets the due that it deserves. And so it's so gratifying to be a part of a story where we're showing the best of Toledo. What I think is more remarkable, though, is the families who live around this neighborhood, how accommodating and generous they've been to all of us, trampling through their yards, letting us put up our live equipment in their driveway, providing us with water. It's hard to prepare for, but now that we're in the midst of it, it's just really kind of a wonderful event. I mean, you know, I do the news, so I know that it's not real good out there right now. We do the stories on the unemployment figures, and we do the stories on the home foreclosure rates. To be able to share with folks a story, an uplifting story, a story about a community coming together to help one family and kind of feeling a sense of joy in the whole process of just being a part of this community is very uplifting, very gratifying, and it makes me really proud to be a part of Toledo.
Today is a tough day for our profession, a lot of safety forces profession. Appreciate all the recognition that's gone on since this tragic day 7 years ago. And I ask you right now, if you could, take a moment of silence for our brothers and sisters who perished.